Do your thing, Nick.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, come on out here, come get some.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he'll find Hall. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's McDonald. That's swung out to Mostert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
throwing on first down. McDonald. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38.
Check 50.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
We go. Check three.
From the gun, McDonald. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
McDonald. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Throwing is McDonald. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47. Now a give to Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama. That's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Ball carrier. It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll find Metcalf. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
DK Metcalf.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Seahawks.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this time they were ready for him as as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both large. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards there and a first down. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
9 yards to go.
Watch time, watch time. Tie it right. Hey, we got 4 down. Hey, alert. Mike 50. I got you, son. Yo, Mike 50. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Niners 41-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
Wilson's pass.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Seattle.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Seahawks 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He steps out.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To Philip Dorsett.
Philip Dorsett, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. McDonald sets to throw, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Punt formation for the 49ers.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Run, 18 Run.
On first and 10, McDonald eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw on second down, McDonald. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Taylor. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jonathan Taylor with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the shotgun, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Seattle.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 44, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Wilson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, 49ers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's McDonald. Gets this one to use check. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now goal for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
That's the score. Seahawks 24, 49ers 13.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it'll be Taylor. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll let Taylor try and run, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
49ers 19. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the... He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
A pickup on the play of 50.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And this is 3rd.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
To Chris Carson.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Flushed out right. He may try and run. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Touchdown.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, 49ers 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Check 59. 59. Go, Cat, let's go.
On first down. McDonald. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. That's complete out left to Ayuk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and